Welcome to 60 Seconds Civics from the Center for Civic Education. I'm Mark Gage. The power to prosecute a person for a crime, potentially taking away their life, liberty, or property, is one of the most powerful tools a government has. The American founders realized this, so with the Fifth Amendment, they sought to protect Americans against the government unfairly using its power to prosecute. First, the amendment requires the government to present evidence to a grand jury that a serious federal crime has been committed. This group of jurors then decides whether there is enough evidence to formally charge a person who is accused of serious crime. This formal criminal charge is called an indictment. A person who is indicted is then put on trial for the crimes they are accused of having committed. The Fifth Amendment also protects Americans against being put on trial more than once for the same crime, which is referred to as double jeopardy. The amendment also provides protection against self-incrimination. You might have heard the expression, "I plead the Fifth." This means that a person is using their right to remain silent, that is, to refuse to answer questions that might result in their conviction of a crime. A person cannot be forced to testify against themselves during court proceedings. If we did not have this protection, a person might be tortured into providing a confession. One of the most important protections of the Fifth Amendment is the right to what is called due process of law. This is divided into both procedural and substantive due process. Procedural due process means that the government must use proper legal procedures if it seeks to deprive a person of their life, liberty, or property. Substantive due process means that a person's right to life, liberty, or property cannot be restricted or taken away by government without sufficient reason. Finally, the Fifth Amendment protects the right to be fairly compensated if the government takes away a person's property for public use. This is called the Takings Clause. That's all for today's podcast. 60 Second Civics, where civic education only takes a minute.